Hello, today we work and we have this coaching video about a Lo206 with a Lo206 drivers, sorry, and we'll have video with Noah and data analysis with Lens and Drew. Uh, Pretty much, let's say overall, the same mistakes for different drivers, beginners, and even when you already have some more experience. Uh, so it's always useful to watch video, to listen and analyze other drivers' mistakes, not to make these mistakes. Even you don't present on this video, it has the same useful priority for you should be as we work with analyzing your own video, especially if you miss a lot of like 2 weeks or more the track. Okay, so it was first day on track for Noah, and lap times pretty strong for first experience, very good. Unfortunately, from afternoon it was rain. From one side is this is good, from one this is bad. But it's good to have experience in rain, but we are not able to analyze dry conditions. Lap times improving. So less lyrics. Let's go watch the video and then move to data with Lens and Drew. Yeah, so we see that on the straight line, card not close to the grass, it's in the middle and start moving back in this moment. I prefer not to make this a little bit earlier, maybe to go in the right position. And as you see, like a little bit card didn't use all the track. It's just a little here, but still important. You can see that my front on the paint, which means that right eye is even more closer. You, by the way, here you have also this again. This marks temporary, but now at least they can help when we analyze videos. Is that again when I drive, I don't see this red dots. I don't see them, but you know maybe it can be a good point. When you should enter to the corner, where is your apex and where is your exit from the corner. So you see that this red dot, this is like your enter point. If you much later this than this dot, much later again. If this is like little bit forward, little bit back, it depends from track condition. Maybe you see, maybe it can be a little bit better to enter to the car to the corner earlier. Also, for two-stroke, maybe we need to go a little bit earlier because there are more speed and we reach the apex faster. Yeah, you see this apex. Yeah, so what we see here, enter. Let's input on the steering at the beginning, then a little bit missed apex, and then a lot of steering. So now card still should be more straight to go to the outside part of the track, but we see still input on the steering and car start rotating more to the left. And with this we are killing our speed exit. And now when you see that I am still straight, car 33 in front of me already moved to the left and didn't use all the track on the exit from the corner, which means that not enough speed, mm, lose speed on the exit and lose time, definitely. And then it's like you see the difference on the exit is huge between that. And then I think it was just because the common mistake when you think a lot and you know that next corner to the right, you will quickly come back to the left. But no, we need smoothly come back to the left part of the track when we brake in the second corner. So you see on the top of the hill, we are somewhere in the middle plus minus of the track. And then we still have time to brake and come back to the left part of the track. Okay, so not big, not bad, little bit maybe late enter, little bit, but overall is good. And here we see that I catch quickly just because it was slow, overslowing and late on the throttle. So for a Lo206, we entered now to the corner, and from this point, this is already should be throttle. But I see that the cart in the front just rolling through the corner without acceleration and lose speed and then lose a lot on the hill because you push your throttle too late. And also, again, the rule it's always from apex till exit from the track. Every next inch, every next feet, we go faster, 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 and at the same time, less and less pressure on steering. More we go out from the corner, more straight our steering. Otherwise, we start sliding or break our cart and don't use all everything on the exit. Anyway, we lose a lot because of that, and we can see now that exit was narrow and cart also slide a little bit because there were a lot of steering and was not everything was used on the exit slide. And you see how narrow exit, but we should be forces always push when we go as fast as possible through the corner. Forces always push us to the rounds. Then we go up on the hill. Yeah, and it's the same. I think in every video I have already tons of videos when I explain the same thing what you see here on this video. If you go on YouTube, you can find this tons of video, watch them. You can open the big article mastering the amp track where slide by slide, step by step, pictures plus text. I explain how to drive through the track. Yeah. We see here that no one in front of me didn't release cart outside, didn't put it as wide as possible. Uh, so enter to the corner is narrow, and because of that, it will it it's impossible to go flat with a Lo206 when you go so narrow. If you try to go flat, you will definitely have or sliding like or sliding and lose the rear, or it will be crazy understeer on the exit and forces will push you to the building, and then anyway you need to lift, coast, and kill momentum, and then kill speed on the straight line. This corner is very important to be on the limit and to have good momentum to be fast on the straight line. And we see sliding because of that. Yeah, and also we from first corner, second, and this corner, we saw that on the exit from the corner, it was hold position on the steering, and because of that, on the exit slide. This is pretty small detail, which maybe doesn't cost a lot of time. But yeah, from this corner, we're trying not to steer at all. We go out from this corner, let's say, for example, in the middle of the track, if it's possible, even more narrow, more to the left. But even if you moved to the middle of the track like now, you can already stay there. No need to move back to like we see. Overall line was good. Uh, I think that speed not was fast enough, and yeah, then here we need to be a little bit even more deep. So our tire almost here, and this is also important. Yeah, after SS, after last apex here, we have straight steering and no need to have left input because next corner is to the right and sometimes we think that we need to be on the left. But with this left exit, you slow down your cart. So I will go through the S's and then after S's here, and then we go to the next corner to have as less steering as possible. It means that from this apex we have straight steering, and even if because of that we need to be somewhere here, that's fine. Because in the next corner it will be easy with a Lo206 to go even from more narrow position here, from when you're closer to the right part of the track of the side, yeah, to the closer to the wall, for example, than in the middle. Otherwise, this left input slow down your cart. We accelerate on the hill with low powerful engine, and at the same time, if you steer, you lose. So a little bit missed apex. No need to miss it. If you go closer, you can have more narrow exit and make less distance. We also have red with apex point. Little bit more wide and enter, and probably not to miss apex so much. And from here it should be even from this is full throttle already should be. In this case, you'll have good speed through the corner and at the straight line. Yes, yes. I catch quickly gap lower, lower and lower, slow and gap smaller, smaller and slower. Overall, it was not bad line. Again, little bit not little bit mistake, except also the same holding left position and then losing the gear a little bit. And over slow, just over slow here. The same, we don't use all the top, we have problem with that bars and sliding of the exit as we see. Yeah, you can see that yeah, here I tried just to go a little bit more narrow, then rotate cart and earlier the throttle and have more straight acceleration. But, but from here you can see that I go to this corner in more wide position. It means that I don't need to avoid this apex too much. Yes, you understand this? So after this apex, for me it's more straight line. Now because Noah's card was more on the right, forces will push a little bit more to the left, and you'll see that our lines cross and then cross. But for me, I do less steering because now lens move more to the left, and now he needs to go more back to the right to avoid next left apex, and then more to the left. It was leaking fuel when I tried just to tight fuel tank. Yeah, just line, everything is good. From what we see here, just card 33 even like faster on straight lines. We see that maybe weight distance, maybe engine just work better. Then from here, first again, narrow enter to the corner, not widen in the middle of the corner in the position where you should already rotate the card, but card stays straight, and then just very slow on the throttle. Good. We finish with this video. Maybe we can find something else in the second one. But overall, we saw these two laps, and then I wished before pretty much the same points which should be fixed on the next practice day on Friday. See now, and now it's too late. I think it was before different mistake. I commented narrow contact and just over slow, and narrow exit didn't car wasn't released outside, but we need to go as fast as possible through this corner, and with a Lo206, that's why we always have wide exit here as close to the grass as possible, because first it is much faster. The same that we commented before. Track wasn't used in the exit. Same flying because of that. Good. Let's go to data. We have also one more video, I think. Sorry. Yes. With lens, and drawing the font. Sorry, just a moment. I will go to the video later. Doesn't work now. Good. Here we are. So let's say pink. This is my line. Yellow, Drew, and lens blue. So this is first corner. Begin map. Yeah, maybe you don't know by the way, but you see that we have red, blue, and green color on the data when we work with data analysis or studio. What does it mean? So right, this is left corners. Blue, this is right corners. And green, this is straight lines. Maybe you didn't know, now you know a little bit more. Okay, so, so we see here at this point where, for example, me and lens, we have the same speed. Lens line is blue, yellow. I From this point I have consistent speed and then acceleration, but lens slower, 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 and later on the acceleration. Why? Because it's oversteering on the exit from the corner. And you see at this point, it's here on the map, on the exit, still losing the speed, where you need already straighten the steering and accelerate. Okay. For Lance, it was different. For Drew, it was different story. He overslowed his cart a little bit more, so it was like or coasting from beginning from here, or just a lot of steering from beginning. That because of that cart, till Apex lost a lot of speed, but then it was early good acceleration because when the cart was already straight after small sliding, but difference in speed is big between us, two nodes parallel. And let's say to the point when we break at the same different point. So I put it here. We have 2 times gap between us, mm, which is a lot. Now we see that breaking. uh, it was only first time for Drew on this track, and that's why we see that he is breaking earlier here. It's much more closer at the last corner. But here we see that the big difference here. So 342 feet and 393. So 50 feet difference between us, where we release our throttle pedal. Uh, Lens is very close, like let's say almost in the same point where I am, but speed is much lower here because of sliding from the last corner. And then we see that because this is G-forces on the braking, when it goes down, when you see this line goes down, this for new drivers who didn't, who listened and watching on this first time, when it goes down, this is when we brake, and we see that yellow drew because of early braking. Then uh, at this point, oh, it's too early, then release braking, then again release braking, and then again hard braking. So it's like 1, 2, 3 playing, because if you brake too early, then you understand that the cone is too far away, but but you already so slow, because of that you release pressure from the brake pedal, then the gain brake, and this is unbalanced thing, but it just because you still don't know your braking points, which you need to find. And again, for that, just watch videos, watch replies, watch this video with explaining, uh, or come back just to the video where we have like ideal laps on with the Lo206. We have a lot of them our YouTube channel, and you'll see your braking reference points. But totally we have three braking points, and here we go up on the hill full throttle, we go down, catch grip, and then we brake for Lo206. All right. Uh, so early braking, good braking at the beginning for lanes, but then just over braking at this point. So you see that I'm very hard on the pressure at the beginning, and then you see that when I have this different angle, this is when I enter to the corner already and release a little bit pressure, and then enter to the corner and accelerate. Okay, lens braked, you brake just too deep, much more, and you see that here on the enter, you still you're already very slow. The difference between us is about 4 miles per hour. Yeah, yes, 4 miles per hour, and then acceleration and then braking again. Just not smooth line like down and up, just braking, but then aggressive acceleration and then again losing because uh, just a lot of forces and car was not in good momentum through the corner. But overall, it was not bad and very close where we should be. Just trying to not to have like down, then up, then again down. Carry speed through the corner, more speed through the corner. The same for Drew. Just need to brake later and carry also more speed. Both of you just over brake before you enter to the corner. Okay, then we go up on the hill and we see here that Lance coasting earlier a lot. I don't know why. I think we already wrong that we can go there full throttle. So the gap between us is about 3 tenths at this point. Both of us, yeah, the same Lance and Drew, plus minus at the same point, 3 tenths. Uh, And we go through Clubhouse. Something strange with GPS signal here on the exit. I think it was just the bug. And overall, 2 tenths, almost three for Drew and two for Lance. We're losing in Clubhouse. That's mostly for Lance because of this too much ghosting at the beginning. And Drew just also, it was so maybe coasting. We go this corner flat. We see that here you just can go faster a little bit through this corner. Then I see that yeah, junior engine a little bit out of performance comparing with senior, a little bit slower. So this is one of the reasons why you lose on the straight line. It's on the straight line. And then we go to braking for the SS to just need to move forward, and you see that again is the same like second corner braking, and then here we see the change in corner, like soft braking comparing with me, and then just roll into the corner because you already slowed down your car, but the corner is still far away, and the difference here was 1950 feet, and here we have anti-brake 2025, so 75 feet later I brake in this corner. That's what you need to fix for the future. Those later we break the almost near the rumbles. Very good starting point of the braking for Lens, and then just over braking at this point when you go to the corner. So I release kart already and enter to the corner. You still brake more. We have difference here about 3 miles per hour, and then pretty much good acceleration everything feels good, but I think from this point, hard over braking and then aggressive acceleration, not with good kart rotation, and then later sliding here, and this sliding here just kills speed. Again, we had 7/10 here, which means with it was 2/10 losing in the straight line, 7/10 here, and it's a lot, not for Drew mostly, but for Lance, we see that big step here, like 3/10 losing on this over braking, and then slide here, and this slide also kills your speedman in a straight line. And then we have the exit here, losing speed. It's interesting why. And then the advance is okay, and we go to the last corner where braking is very close where it should be. But you see that at this point, this is already entered to the corner, and you just brake more deep. It's already after the corner, more deep and more hard. Difference in speed between us, 4 miles per hour, and this 4 miles per hour then cost you the speed on the exit. So the same things, smoothness. Use all the track, smooth through the first corner, release kart outside, smoothly come back, brake on the in the second corner as late as possible, but at the same time not over brake. You need to feel the level of grip and try to carry as much as speed as possible. At the same time, not to dive to the corner, even because if speed will be too high, you will have bad exit. You will fight with your kart on the exit. Clubhouse always flat. This is a rule. Just use all the track, be as smooth as possible, release kart as wide as possible if it's needed, if it's not, there are not enough grip. SS, uh, yes, near rumbles we start braking near the curb, and then our goal is to between first and second apex rotate the kart and minimum steering, have good going with a straight line as possible through the S's without hitting the curb, because for Lo206 this hits the curb, they kill the speed. Um, and last corner, it's just fast short braking, which is much more shorter, for example, than not much, but shorter than, for example, in S's. See 34, 30, 170 feet braking distance, 22. It's plus minus 180 in S's. Distance plus minus the same. But we in the last corner we are faster than in S's. Yeah, so our minimal speed is 35 miles per hour instead of like 32, 33 in S's. But it was like cold weather, all tires. During the race days on gripping track, our speed can be like 3, 4 miles per hour in each corner faster, and we need also to count that. Yeah, we need to synchronize our speed with the level of grip and always to be on the limit of the tires. Otherwise, we just don't go as fast as we can. Okay, let's me start to restart the video, and if OBS Studio will move to it. Mhm. Here we are. Let's finish. 5 more minutes of your time and patience if you want to learn. Very wide, good. Late, very late enter for lens. late enter, and there are not so good grip also. Drew, the same, late, very late, missed apex, and we don't have grip there. Easy. I explained about this. Yeah, head position. Yeah, sit position and head position. I have separate article about this. Please come back and read. Uh, you can use our Telegram folder literature coaching, and if you push the button search, just write sit position, for example, and you can find the article about that because we have everything about how you need to sit in the cart, how you need to drive on this track, any class, texts or videos, tons of information. And yes, your head position and your view uh, and your body position is very important. If you sit not correct, if you look on the track not correct, not ahead. Yes, if you just stuck in front of you with your eyes, you always slow. You need to be always far away on the point where you need to be next. Straight line, this is apex. Apex, when you go through the corner, this is exit from the track, and so on. No, lines overall very good. The only thing, what I don't see big things. So this is that case when we already need to go through the data to find what should be improved more. Little bit, yeah, oversteering here. It was in the first corner, but overall, lines and understanding good. Just at some points, a little bit more speed in the comps, more late breakings, and smoothness with steering, and all these things together. This is your next 1 second in the lap. Very good. Leaning head. Yeah, a little bit more smooth on the exit. Doing good, plans. Your consistent practice make a good results. Okay, see you soon on track.